Hi guys, it's me, Liz. Yeah, it is. I know I haven't been posting a lot lately, and honestly, it's because life has kind of got me all wrapped up and busy. And I've really enjoyed just spending my time at home with my family, with my boyfriend, with hanging out, all that crazy, wonderful stuff. But it's been a pretty nice journey. Look at this. I shaved my head last summer and the back of it anyway, and it's still not growing in enough, and my hair is like pretty damn long. So anyways, that's not even the reason I'm doing this video, but I'm actually going to be doing an experiment. I'm going to be eating an edible, and I'm going to show the effects of the edible. Now, I'm definitely a big pot smoker, and I have been now I do smoke a few times a day, and honestly, it more or less is a coping mechanism for me when it comes to dealing with my psychic readings, and it's very draining to do readings, so sometimes I'll just smoke just to kind of relax me a bit, and it does help quite a bit. I've recently started dabbling in edibles. Now, with edibles, there's a lot of problems and stress surrounding it. You got to really know what you're doing. So I'm here to kind of guide you along the way in regards to doing edibles. So I'm going to give you some advice and tips. And then I'll also show you the effects of how long the edible actually affects me. So the first thing I'll mention is the amount and the size. Now, my boyfriend, he has no effect from edibles whatsoever. And it doesn't affect him in any way. We haven't tried anything past 200 grams though. So if we definitely try him again, we're going to hit at least 300 grams because I guess his tolerance level is a little bit higher than mine. So that's kind of why it doesn't work for him. But 200 milligrams is actually a perfect amount for me. Now, I'll tell you about my previous experiences first. Basically, the first time around, I did try it. It almost feels like you're kind of trapped within your own body because you really don't know what's going on. You're stoned for a few hours, and then the stone continues to last and last and last, and then you become paranoid that it's never going to end. So the first experience, definitely not the best, but because I am definitely somebody who smokes a lot, I'm able to control my emotions as somebody else probably would not be able to do so. My second experience, obviously, I knew a little bit better. Basically, what you need to make sure you do is do not eat an edible on an empty stomach. Make sure you eat something, a full meal, before you even consume anything edible. Because if you don't, you're just literally going to have this marijuana seeping through your bloodstream, and the high effect will be at the highest and maximum. So definitely don't do that. The second thing is, if you're going to eat an edible, take your time, slowly. Only eat a little bit at a time. Maybe a quarter of what you have every half an hour. That way the high kind of slowly goes into your body. And then you will kind of take it, eat it, and you won't really feel it at first, and it'll be like, what the hell? And then you'll be like an hour and a half later, and you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I was this stoned. But you do become very stoned. And another thing, and the final thing when it comes to tips on eating edibles, make sure you don't have anything to do for 24 hours, pretty much. The high almost lasts me 24 hours, which is insane. So it's the weekend. I don't have any parties this weekend. It's a fairly chill weekend, so I'll definitely go ahead and use today as the platform of doing my edible. But you'll see the effects as I do it, as I take it. I'll even eat it for you guys so you guys can see. But it'll be an interesting day. I do have a few things planned. I have to go grocery shopping, and we got to kind of clean up a hot mess of like animals ripping bags open in the backyard, and it's because the shed was broken. Anyways, there's a bunch of things, but you don't need to know that. But I've got to do a bunch of different little things, house kind of things, so it'll be an interesting day for sure. So keep an eye. I really wanted to make a video about all of this. So this will be my part 1 video, and I'll have a part 2 of the actual edible experience, but I did want to kind of talk about it, a few tips, because I've noticed I looked online on YouTube and there's not a lot about this. So I would have loved to have this kind of information at a time I kind of needed it, which was my first time experience. Again, it all depends on you as a person, your tolerance level, everything, but try to find your niche. And apparently 200 milligrams is my niche. I probably can use a little less. I probably wouldn't be as stoned as I am by the 24th hour, but I will be keeping a lot of records today so you can see how it affects me and how it affects you. And it's more or less to just enjoy, kind of like a cocktail, but expect a 24-hour turnaround. But anyways, guys, thank you so much, and enjoy that next video because it's going to be... And sorry, before I go, just to clarify, it is not grams, it's milligrams. So we have not tried 300 grams. Sorry, but it is milligrams that we have tried. So I'm at 200 milligrams. He has yet to find his niche on what works for him, if anything at all, but it's a fairly decent amount. And of course, edibles can be pretty expensive. Edibles can be more expensive than weed and even shatter, to be honest, because it's a full body high. It's not anything like the smoking a joint high. It literally... So I hope that clarifies. Sorry for the confusion. Love you guys again. Be back soon on my second video.